What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG TCG video. Today, guys, we are going to be going over the new Destiny Hero support that is set to release in Animation Chronicles 2021. One of the few archetypes that have gotten massive support in this, because let's just say over the last couple of days, we've gotten a lot of announcements for this set. You know, the new Cypher support is another example that got some support in this set. Appliancers got some support. We got a new number monster. The fake number 4 monster is going to be in this set. Starving Venomy Dragon, which is one of the cover cards of it, ended up getting printed as well, which I believe is Yuri's Ace from the manga. Quote me if I'm wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it's Yuri's Ace in the manga. I never read the Arc-V manga, so bear with me on that one. And then some other cards that we got a little while back, like Yaoi, Numeron Storm, and that stuff, which I'll cover sometime later on. I was going to wait until I gave like a final thoughts on this set when the full like list ended up coming out, but I already have 9 cards written down that are just like single cards for a single character. And yeah, I'm not going to do 9 cards in that one video. I think the video would be a little bit too long, so maybe I'll try to break it down. But that's looking a little bit far ahead into when I do those videos. We are more focused on this video, which is covering the Destiny Hero support in this set, which I'm very excited, especially since heroes are one of my favorite archetypes of all time. I love the heroes, I love superheroes, and this is what obviously they're based off of, so I am very excited to go into this discussion. So, with all that being said, without further ado, guys, let's not waste any more time, and let's get right into it. So we're only going to be going over the 2 cards in this, 2 spell cards actually, so no monsters, no extra deck or trap cards we are going to be going over in this video. It's just going to be the 2 spell cards, and the first spell card we'll be going over is DForce. It's a continuous spell card with 2 effects. The first one is when this card resolves, you can add 1 Destiny Hero Plasma from your deck to your or graveyard to your hand, so basically an easy way to get into Destiny Hero Plasma. Its second effect is while you control Destiny Hero Plasma, apply these effects. You cannot draw during the draw phase, your opponent cannot target cards you control with card effects, and each Destiny Hero Plasma you control gains 100 attack for each monster in the graveyards. It cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Also, it can make a second attack during the battle phase. Okay, so immediate thing, this card is only useful for Plasma. Any other Destiny Hero monsters like Dogma, Dystopia, any of those cards, this card does not really, it doesn't work for them at all. You specifically have to play Plasma in your deck. And I will say though, it is pretty difficult to get Plasma on the field because you need to tribute 3 monsters to get that monster onto the field. So you do have to pay a pretty hefty price in order to get Plasma on the field, but there are benefits with it though. I'm not saying that it's bad because you have to use it with Plasma, because if you do get Plasma on the field, not only do you protect it from card effects, but also Plasma actually has an effect where it can negate the effects of face-up monsters while your opponent controls them. So not only do you have monster negation, but you have spell and trap card negation as well from DForce, and also it helps gain an extra attack points to Plasma, since Plasma originally has 1900 attack, but it also has a benefit with Plasma because it has an effect where it can equip a monster and then gain half its original attack. With this card as well, it helps it gain a little extra more attack points for each monster in the graveyard, so both you and your opponent's graveyards, and it can make a second attack. So although you specifically have to play it with Plasma, and you do have to skip your draw phase, which is another downside to it, it's honestly not that bad of a card at all. And just as a little fun fact, as we all know, Edo, or Aster in the dub, was the original one that uses Destiny Heroes. He was the one that introduced it. This card, and someone can quote me if I'm wrong on this, this card was originally used by Aster's, I guess, or I shouldn't say adopted dad, like the dad figure that he had during the show when his dad ended up dying, or in the dub, he ended up disappearing. He was taken in by this professional duelist and ended up taking care of him, basically raising him as his own son until we kind of find out that he's not really that great of a human being. But he was the original one that owned Plasma and ended up using this card. So that's a little nice fun fact for people that might never watch the GX anime, or for people that haven't watched it in a long time. Just a nice little insight as to this. Even though the Destiny heroes are well known by Edo, this card was originally used by his I guess adopted, again, it's adopted father. It's weird, but I just thought that was a little bit of a fun fact. But that is it for DForce. And the other spell card that we're going to be going over is a normal spell card called Dr. D. I actually remember this card from the anime, kind of hilarious there, but it has two effects as well. Banish one Destiny hero monster from your graveyard, add to your hand, or special summon one Destiny hero monster from your graveyard. Interesting. So basically you can banish any Destiny hero that you might not be using anymore to bring back a stronger one. So like Dystopia or something like, well, you can't actually do Dogma because it has that restricted effect. Sadly, it doesn't ignore summoning conditions, but that's completely fine. There's other targets you can target. And also, you don't have to technically target the big attack point monsters. You can target something like Diamond Dude, activate its effect to mill a card off the top of your deck and try to get a normal spell card like Destiny Draw or something like that. Or you can get something like Disc Commander, which when it's summoned from the graveyard, you can actually draw 2 cards as long as you didn't activate the effect when he was originally sent to the graveyard. So, yeah, I mean, that's what ended up happening when you ended up printing a broken Destiny card. It ended up getting errata. Or get something like Destiny Hero Death Doom, I think is what it's called, or it might be thinking of the some version of it. It's the monster that Edo, it was the first Destiny hero, which makes it to where your monster is removed from play for 2 turns and then it returns to the field after that 2 turns. It's that monster I'm mentioning, and then maybe any other ones that you want to summon that doesn't have a summoning restriction. But that's pretty diverse with that. And then its second effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 2 Destiny hero monsters you control. The attack of one monster becomes the attack of another monster. This is actually not that bad at all. If you're using Dystopia, I think Dystopia can really benefit from this card because let's say, for example, you have Destiny Hero Dystopia on the field, and then let's do Dogma. I know that's going to be a pretty hard board to actually set up since you need to tribute 3 monsters to summon Dogma, and you need to fuse 2 Destiny Hero monsters for that, or no, it is Destiny Hero monsters. I couldn't remember its materials. It's been a minute since I've seen that card. But say you get that board presence onto the field, you activate this card, you banish it from your graveyard, Dogma's attack goes to Dystopia. Dystopia can activate its effect since its attack points changed, and it has 3,400 attack points to go with it. Or if you can have a smaller monster in the field, maybe you can do a little bit of damage, but be able to get rid of a big threat. So, honestly, that's not a bad effect either, being able to get back a monster from your graveyard, and being able to help with, like, Dystopia's effect, and maybe making an easy way to change its attack points to activate its effect. Honestly, I don't think that's a bad card at all. But guys, that is going to be it for the new Destiny Hero cards. But general thoughts on these 2 cards. I actually don't think these are bad cards at all. I actually think these are pretty solid for the Destiny Hero archetype. I think it's really cool that DForce gives some protection to Plasma. Sure, I understand like you got the downside of not being able to draw, and it can only target Destiny Hero Plasma, so you can't use this with like Dystopia or Dogma or something like that. But honestly, for what it does, I think it's really not that bad at all. I don't think it's as much a downside as this card might seem. I really do think there is potential with this card giving protection to your Plasma and helping it gain a little extra attack to basically help it be a pretty tough beater is going to be really good as well. And it can make it a second attack during the battle phase, so you can deal even more damage to your opponent. So honestly, that card is not as bad as it seems with that restriction. And then Dr. D, I actually think is pretty good. The fact that you can get something back from your graveyard and maybe potentially get some graveyard stuff with that, like maybe getting a disc commander back and drawing 2 cards, or getting Diamond Dude onto the field and milling cards to try to get a normal spell card, or whatever the case you might do. And then even banishing the cards to help change the attack points of monster, to either give a monster more attack points that kind of help you out, like it's given Dystopia attack change to be able to use its effect. So I feel like there is some pretty good potential with that banishing effect, but I also like that you have kind of a built-in Monster Reborn, but you do have to banish a Destiny hero. But that's not that bad if you have a useless Destiny hero like a Malicious or something like that in your graveyard and you don't have any more copies since it's only limited to 2. I think this is a pretty decent card in my opinion. But guys, that is going to be it for this OCG TCG video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of these new Destiny Hero cards. Do you think they're good cards? Do you think they're alright cards? Or do you think these are pretty bad cards? And let me know what you guys think of just hero support in general, because there has been kind of complaints that I've seen with this in terms of, oh, we get more hero support, because yeah, we've been overdone with hero support. We've gotten so much hero supports over the years that I know people are kind of tired of seeing it. But honestly, as someone that likes heroes, I do like these 2 cards coming into it. I like that Destiny heroes are getting a little bit more support, but let me know, are you guys a little bit tired of heroes getting support, or are you fine with it? Are you glad that more hero support is actually coming into the TCG and OCG, especially since these are also anime cards? So I would like to know your guys' thoughts on that topic as well. But guys, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time guys, take care and have yourselves a great rest of your day.